What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back into another video. It's going to be a quick video on the webcam today, as I just got home and obviously we're seeing the news with the press conferences from our GM and head coach, and I've been watching those. Really didn't get too much information on those press conferences, as we never really do on what they're going to do in the off season. Although, with the big news of Leonard Williams being traded, looking at that video of Dave Gettleman's press conference, in hindsight, his body language read all the way he is going to tag Leonard Williams. At that time, during the time of that press conference, it was just a rumor that he tagged Leonard Williams. But obviously, we know now it is official. The New York Giants have tagged Leonard Williams. Obviously, this deal is going to be worth about $19 million. And I wanted to give my quick thoughts on the deal. Now, I love Dave Gettleman. A lot of people know that. I'm a huge Dave Gettleman guy. Not obviously from a product. I think these past 2 years, Dave Gettleman has been a really good GM. And obviously, 2018 was not great, right? But I think ownership had a big part of that as well. I'm rooting for Dave Gettleman this year, as anyone should be, because he is our GM for the New York Giants. So, but here's one thing I never understood about Dave Gettleman is his infatuation and his pride for Leonard Williams. Now, I get Leonard Williams had 11.5 sacks this year, but this is a Dave Gettleman who is so infatuated by Leonard Williams from day one, trading for Williams and trading a third-round pick for him in a year in which Leonard Williams finished with a half sack, decided to franchise tag him on a $16 million deal, has, I guess, proved that he could be a top-tier defensive lineman. I guess not top tier, but I guess a productive one. 11.5 sacks he finished with, and they were trying to work out a long-term deal. Obviously did not come to fruition, so they tagged him on the final day, and now he's going to be a Giant for one more year. I just don't understand his pride for Leonard Williams. Like, he doesn't want to let Leonard Williams go or hit free agency, because $19 million for Leonard Williams, I just don't see it being a good move. I just don't see this being a good move. Maybe another team, $19 million, I could see. Maybe even the Giants, if we had a better cap situation, $19 million for Leonard Williams. This puts the Giants in such a bad spot in the offseason that it's worse than I could have thought. So now that the numbers are here on Spot Rack, let's change up the scenery here. Let me change this here. So we're looking at this. We're looking at the salary cap for the New York Giants in 2021, and we have obviously Leonard Williams with that $19.5 million, just about $19.5 million on the cap hit for 2021 on the deal, on the franchise tag deal. I'm sorry, my words are escaping me today. So this is with a projected salary cap of $187 million. It keeps fluctuating every day. I check Spot Rack; they always change it up. I don't know where they're getting these exact numbers from, because this is like to the T. But that puts us at $193 million right now. Only $7 million dead cap, which is good to have. $4 million a rollover. We look at the total cap. Forget about the top 51. Actually, the top 51. For those of you guys that are wondering which cap to keep track of, you want to keep track of the total, obviously, with negative $13 million. But this one does come into play when the final cuts happen, and that's what you'll pretty much be left with after final cuts. But at the same time, you still have to pay those players during the time they're on the roster, whether they're there for preseason games or training camp or whatever the case may be. They're still paid, so you still shouldn't follow that number either, because that number is bound to change as well, because some of that money will be paid to those players who are going to be cut anyway before the 53-man roster. So that being said, you have to look at this cap space right here, the $13 million, right? if you were to trade or cut Kevin Zeitler, that frees up about $12.5 million. Even so, you're still in the red, negative $1 million. And that's even if the Giants decide to let go of Kevin Zeitler or find a way to move him. Supposedly, there's rumors that they want to completely move him, and that's when it really dawned on me that they're probably going to franchise tag Leonard Williams, just because it only makes sense as far as money goes. But if they do move him, we're still in the red. I mean, we won't be in the red as far as Final 53 goes, but obviously, like I said, that number's bound to change when you start paying these players to practice. That being said, the Giants, it really restricts them as far as what they can do in free agency now. I mean, no matter what's left, I mean, they can probably you shouldn't touch Blake Martinez's deal, because he already got restructured from the day he was signed. About a week after he was signed last year, they restructured his contract. Kevin Zeitler, obviously you're going to try to move on from him with that dead cap just staring at you in the face, with a $14.5 million cap hit, and then a $2.5 million cap hit here. So who else are you going to restructure? Who else are you going to let go? You can try to let go, Spencer. Let's actually pull this up right now. Let's manage the roster. All right. And let's see who we can restructure and who we can let go. Obviously, Nate Solder, I hear that you can let go of a player and you can deem him a post June 1st cut. I believe there's only about 2 or 3 players you can do that to. But even so, let's just be safe here and say, well, we cut Nate Solder and we free up $6 million. That puts us at 7. Let's say we get rid of Kevin Zeitler. That puts us at 4 in the green. All right. So and then Evan Ingram. We don't even know if they're probably not going to get rid of Evan Ingram, guys. They're probably they took the 5th-year option. They could take a 5th-year option and trade him like I did in my video, and they can get a free 4th-round pick for him. So, but even so, let's trade him. I mean, let's let him go, or trade him, or let him go, whatever the case may be. We're at 10 in the green right now. Obviously, if you're running a football team, you want to have some rollover money for the season and rollover money in general. You don't want to just completely deplete yourself to zero when you're doing free agency. So do not think that's what the Giants are going to do. And so Spencer Pulley is an obvious, almost $3 million, 3 centers on the team right now. No way. I don't know why it says 2, but there's 3. Spencer Pulley, Jonathan Harrison, and Nick Gates. I don't know if they're counting Nick Gates as a center. That's neither here nor there. They're counting him as a guard. See, so too many centers on the team. You're going to have to get rid of Spencer Pulley. That frees up. You're back at $13 million in the green. Who else are you going to cut? Who else are you going to let go? As far as guys that are projected to be starters or projected to get playing time or projected to be a part of the Giants season in 2021. Forget about these, Kenny Wiggins, Taquan Mizzell. Forget about these guys, okay? So who are you going to sign that was projected to be a starter that, you're going to sign a Kenny Golladay? I cannot believe people are saying that we still have a chance with Kenny Golladay. You're crazy. You're absolutely insane. If you think we're going to get any big free agents in this free agency. So that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm not very happy with the moves that are being made. I don't know why this keeps messing up. Sorry about that. Keep switching through the scenes there on OBS. So haven't used OBS in a while. So that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leonard Williams is back for 2021. Let me try to focus. Back for 2021. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.